What's up, everyone? Zero here. So the Gauntlet is releasing tomorrow, so I wanted to put out a video just detailing what my plans are for the Gauntlet. If you guys have never played Zizaran's Gauntlet before, it is pretty nuts. A lot of people struggle just getting past the beach. Hillock usually is accompanied by the Maven or something crazy. From what I understand, it's going to be even crazier this time. They are also using the alternate ascendancies from Freesia, so this is going to be a little bit different than it normally is. What I plan on doing, and this was one of my favorite builds that I played in Freesia, is doing a life stack Bog Shaman Righteous Fire build, which is an ascendancy from the Witch. My plan is just to level this with summoning Raging Spirits. When I did the Gauntlet last time, that was incredibly comfortable. The best thing for me to do is just to avoid the monsters altogether. I mean, you want to try to keep your distance just because a lot of these mobs have some insane modifiers on them. A lot of the act bosses and stuff can be extremely challenging, but Summon Raging Spirits was pretty comfy leveling with it last time, so I'm going to attempt to do that again, and then once I'm able to get enough life regeneration, I will just spec into Righteous Fire. With the Bog Shaman Ascendancy, it does give you 50% increased area of effect, so if you couple that with increased area of effect support gem, you get a big Righteous Fire ring. And then the other cool thing about this Ascendancy is that it removes all your energy shield, but you gain maximum life instead of maximum energy shield from your equipped armor items. So you want to get gear with armor and energy shield, and then that energy shield is going to be converted over to life. Now, as you can tell here, there are no uniques in this build except for the flask. So I'm hoping to get lucky because this is going to be an SSF gauntlet. So there's going to be no trading. So hopefully I will be able to farm this. But to be honest with you, I plan on losing a couple characters. Obviously, I'm not the most skilled player. This build was very, very comfortable to go through the campaign with in Freesia, so I'm going to give it a shot. Essentially, what you're doing on the tree is you're just going for all fire dot, all fire damage. And other than that, you are just stacking life. So you want to make sure you come down, grab all your life nodes. You're also grabbing some max resistances down here and all life regeneration nodes on the tree as well. I'm also coming down here to grab As the Mountain. As you can see here, it does have pretty high block chance for attack damage. Spell damage is not maxed out, but it still feels pretty comfy. The damage is not that high on this, as you can tell, but you have to think of this in terms of where you're going to actually get in the Gauntlet. And my goal is just to get to maps. So this build scales up to 20 million DPS just for Righteous Fire alone. The scaling potential is really, really good, but I did want to make just a realistic POB for just getting through the campaign. Also for single target damage, we are using Scorching Ray with Swift Affliction, faster casting, and life tap. Movement speeds, just shield charge, faster attacks. And then the other thing too is we have Blasphemy hooked up to Flammability because part of this Ascendancy allows you to have 30% increased reservation efficiency of Curse Aura skills. Other than that, we are grabbing the Pandemic node, which gives us, which makes us lose 5% of life per second if we've been hit recently, but our life regeneration will cancel that out. So we're basically just getting 40% more damage over time for just 2 ascendancy points. It's really, really worth it. I will include this POB in the description, and I also put together a aspirational. So if all goes well and I make it through the campaign, this is obviously what I would be going for. This has no Mage Blood. It has a Calandra's Touch, but other than that, there are no other uniques on here. So all of this stuff can be crafted, and it gets up to 3.7 million DPS with Righteous Fire. It's essentially the same thing. We are using Flammability elemental weakness with Enlighten, hooked up to Blasphemy, same thing. It's also using Tempest Shield, so this has a higher block. We're using Malevolence, Determination, and Enlighten, and then the Vol Righteous Fire with all these Awakened gems, which, you know, I probably won't be able to get all of them, but this, like I said, this is an aspirational POB. Now, if Righteous Fire isn't your thing, another really, really good option for starting the Gauntlet is Bama. And I started with this in Freesia, and this was a very, very comfortable league start for me. And this would be very good for the Gauntlet because you can just lay down your clones and let them kill everything, and you can kind of just work on avoiding the mechanics from the bosses and stuff. I will put this in there as well. The only problem with this one is that you're going to have to farm the transfigured gems, and depending on how the modifiers are on Izaro, that's really going to determine how easy this is going to be. With this one, what I would do is I would just start with Summoning Raging Spirits again, and I would just level this up, but this time we are going with the Servant Ascendancy, which is one of the Shadow Ascendancies, and I will put this POB in the description. You also want to check out Prevy because he had a really, really busted Bama build in Freesia as well. This also does not really rely on any unique items, which is very good for the Gauntlet. Obviously, the Darkness Enthroned will definitely help you. The Jinx Juju will help you as well because that's going to allow your Spectre's life to get hit before yours, so it's going to add a little bit of tankiness to the build. And I had a Widow Hail on it, but you don't need any of that stuff. This is a little bit more aspirational with these few unique items in here for the Gauntlet, but you can get by with all rare items for the Bama build. So yeah, I just wanted to put together a quick video just detailing what my plans are going to be for the Gauntlet. I plan on dying multiple times. Obviously, I'm not going to be racing to the end or anything, so I hope that helped you guys out. Hopefully you guys get some ideas from that. I'm sure Pox has a busted build you can check out from Freesia as well. But just so you know, it is going to be SSF, so you want to go for builds that you can put together with just crafted rare items, because you can never really count on a unique drop. So unless you're planning on getting to the end game far into it and farming some maps, chances are you're going to be getting by with just rare items. Yeah, hope that helps, and I will see you guys there. Peace.